God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. We have a lot to talk about on this channel. It isn't just instant gratification when you watch it like, click. Okay, that was boring. I'm going to go to the next one. I'm kind of like a freight train, under a lot of load. Watch to the end if you have the patience. If not, okay. But we have some important things to discuss. When I was building this place, I already knew. The first thing I put up here was a little bit of rope to mark out the place. It was stolen. I could go on with all the stuff that was stolen, but it got to the point where I had the walls all wired out with outlets. And someone bothered to yank and yank and yank until they pulled all the wires they could pull out. One of them, I tied a knot on the inside and they couldn't pull it out. And so I had to rerun the wiring because of thieves. And what is thievery but basically a form of violence? Don't you think the same kind of person that comes up to your property to steal from you is a violent person, especially when they're desperate and hungry or they want something for drugs? I have friends of mine here that have been stabbed and have had knives put to them because of whatever reason. They wanted to steal their wallet or something like that. For me, I had an experience in Chihuahua. I'm going to make it very brief. This story, if you want to hear it, I can do another video. But in Chihuahua, they tried to do a shakedown on me with some fake police, some fake cartel police, or whoever they were. Anyway, so they pulled me over. I thought, oh, great. This happens in the U.S. all the time, except, the style is different, but it was the same thing. You pay me $500 US, that's just how it is. Just pay me the $500. And I'm like, no, I came all this way. I've suffered a lot in life. Do what you're going to do. You guys got automatic rifles. Do what you're going to do. I don't have it. And they kept talking and talking. And pretty soon was like, I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. So, at some point, your freedom is worth more than your so-called life. And we've been safer up here than anything. Okay, I actually have a Bible verse to read to you. It's very important for this issue. I think I know why people ask me this around here. Mexican people and Americans around here, they always seem to ask me if I carry, am I packing? Do I have a rifle? Do I have a pistol? Do I have all that stuff? Of course, I don't keep all my goodies here because if you're a prepper, don't keep all your goodies in your house. Someone's just going to come with more rifles and take all your rifles. You have to have a better plan than that. You have to outsmart someone who's actually smart enough to be a good thief, criminal. You don't underestimate your opponent. They might be really stupid. I've had things here that are tied down with wire and they can't steal it because all I know how to do is pull. Okay. But anyway, I know martial arts, and this is a very important story, especially for people that are short or lack confidence, and especially women that are short and lack confidence. I took Taekwondo, it's like 20 seconds. I know how to defend myself a little bit. I'm not in the shape I was in my 20s, but here's the important lesson, okay, is to avoid a fight. Yeah, you learn all that to avoid a fight. But also is if someone's, I can show you moves someday if you want. If someone points a gun at you, how do you take it away and flip them over your shoulder and all this good stuff? But the important thing is there was this young lady. I was a young man. I was 15, 16. And there was this young, very beautiful young lady. And I remember sparring with her because we would do sparring. And I was a little surprised with her confidence. Okay? I think she was a redhead and or a blonde. I don't know, I think sometimes blondes are crazier than redheads, but anyway, so she's all cool and calm like this. But then she does this surprise, move, and this long high kick right up to the head, and I just blocked it. It was hard. If I would have gotten hit, I probably would have at least gotten dizzy. And, she kept doing that, kicks to the stomach and punches right to the face. And this is just sparring. It's non-contact sparring. But she's little. 5'2", skinny, but smart. And she wasn't messing around. She wanted to be prepared for a situation. So don't you think, woe is me, I can't do this or that. I'm so pathetic. I mean, if you're carrying a knife like this, a little cheap pocket knife, you can quickly open and close it. I did that pretty badly. But it's not meant to be opened quickly. You have to practice it. And it has to be sharp. And I would recommend definitely carrying pepper spray like this. Just open it, spray it, and I've gotten it on me before. No one wants to get sprayed with this, even if it's not very powerful. I've gotten it in my face, and in an upcoming video, I'm going to make some of my own special sauce. Habanero, and maybe some other very powerful pepper spray. And we might try using it. I mean, like, for real, trying it out. And I don't mean eating it. Hey, proofs of concept needs proof. So, and also, there's a lot of other YouTubers. They all seem to exist in the U.S. Like, one of my favorites is like Pinball Preparedness, Black Scout Survival, and then you got one in Canada that I know of called Canadian Prepper. He's good. And the one doing the worst is the only one in Mexico that speaks English. Okay. Hopefully, I should have said it first. Come on, please, put a like. If you actually like it, put like. Click the like button. It takes 0 seconds almost. Or remain neutral. Or dislike it. Something, because, otherwise, both my viewers will be very upset if I have to stop doing these videos. Okay, before I read the Bible, this reminded me of Conan O'Brien. I used to watch The Late Show and, be after the news. And everyone's like sleeping because it's like, okay, it's after the news. And I'm actually watching Conan O'Brien, and he would always joke, 40 of my viewers right now, if you're awake, thanks for watching. And of course, he's really funny, talented guy, and he got his own, cable channel, and I don't know what's become of him. I'm sure he did well. But yeah, don't think just because my channel is pathetically unvisited and untrafficked that it's not going to grow. It either will or it won't. It's black and white. At some point, it's just like some orange trees I have out there. If at some point they don't produce fruit, I'm going to cut them down and put something in that produces. But yeah, I have more patience than that. And that's very important. Those of us that are Christian, and I believe a lot of the YouTubers that have these channels are Christian. So what do? Do you get out your rifle and be like, I'm defending my family. It's us or you. It should be a question on your mind. Okay, you put out bear traps for bears, but also for trespassers. All kinds of traps, all kinds of defenses and alarms, because usually you can talk them into leaving. But when you can't, what do? Well, there's a great example in the Bible. It involves Peter, and it involves Jesus. It involves the Pharisees and the Roman soldiers, and it involves the betrayer, Judas Iscariot. And don't think that you're better than, people always say Judas Iscariot, how awful. All of us are sinners. God have mercy on us all. But I'm reading from Luke, chapter 22 and verse 47. And while he yet spake, behold, a multitude, and he that was called Judas, one of the 12, went before them and drew near unto Jesus to kiss him. But Jesus said unto him, Judas, betrayest thou the Son of Man with a kiss? Verse 49. When they which were about him saw what would follow, they said unto him, Lord, shall we smite with the sword? And one of them smote the servant of the high priest and cut off his right ear. And Jesus answered and said, Suffer ye thus far. And he touched his ear and healed him. Verse 52. Then Jesus said unto the chief priests and captains of the temple and the elders which were come to him, Come ye out as against a thief with swords and staves? And I'll skip to verse 54. And in verse 54, then they took him and led him and brought him into the high priest's house, and Peter followed afar off. I don't remember where in there I looked, but, Jesus said, put your sword back in its sheath, Peter. Those who die, or those who live by the sword, die by the sword. It's a hard answer. If you're gonna take this seriously, that's a hard answer. Someone comes to that door, and it's only a person or two, and I need to, and there's no way they're gonna leave us alone. All I can say is there are moments when I'm not in control anymore. I lose control of my temper just like everyone else, and it's like, God help me. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. That's when something like that would come into play, where you defend your property with violence. Okay? So I hope that answers some questions. I know that it's not an easy answer. I think a lot of people would say, yeah, if anyone comes to my property, they're dead. Well, what if they're coming to help you, and what if they're just lost? You're just going to shoot everyone? That's why we're going to do in an upcoming video some homemade pepper spray that I hope is a lot stronger than the other stuff. And you're going to see what this old boy looks like sprayed with pepper spray, I think. And yeah, I'm not stupid. I know a lot about biology and chemistry, and I've studied the human body thoroughly since my youth. If you haven't, that's okay, but I think it's very interesting. It should be interesting to all of us. So, also, the painting up there, that's a dog, and it's in front of a nuclear reactor. The moon is, and there's fire everywhere. And there's a little tree there with a warning triangle on it. I drew that when I was 14. I figured I'd explain for future references. I called it Judgment Day. I did the best job I could as a 14-year-old, I guess. Actually, I think I did it first when I was 12. And when I was 14, I kind of touched it up, made it a little more pretty. But yeah, I do paintings rarely. So yeah, I'm much more into doing things that help us survive, because I think the world is headed towards a very bad place. And that's all we really need to talk about. I'll tell you, you guys, please like, and subscribe and share, because I've been putting a lot of energy into this. And I can make analogies all day about how some trees I'm putting out there are thriving, kind of like my loyal viewers, and others, I don't even think the trees want to survive with all the work I put into them, everything. And they're dropping leaves. Some of them, the orange trees, the newer one has produced new orange tree leaves, but it's they're kind of not doing much. So I'm gonna do my best, and you do your best if you like my video to actually punch the like, stab the like if you want. Thank you so much. God bless everybody.